right now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning, so you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team, congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team, congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this, wave till they seasick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking, but we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in their pocket.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause go ultimatum. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm on them, just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On first down, Mahomes.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Caught on the right side by Jones. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Raiders are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing and to navigate the always tough NFL.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there on the Raider first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They are such a talented team in defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like... It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Mahomes now on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be... explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
6-0 our score after one. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Mayfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown Raiders. Amari Cooper. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. They bring a man off the corner right time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good player.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flipped on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it when we made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Mayfield looks to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Open man, that's Renfro. Touchdown! Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now it's Mahomes again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the book out.
Following the interception, Mayfield. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's out right at the 25. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Cooper here.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Mahomes' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 27, Mayfield. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. This complete to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. First down, Mayfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Second down and 3.
Mixing up the middle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Albert O, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try.
Mahomes will throw for it.
And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty, and they convert. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Mayfield. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brings up second and 5.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On play action, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Jacobs going to try the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Mayfield looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There on the stop was Leo Chanel.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits 0.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 37. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
8 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to Mixon on first down. Shifts by him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Mixon on the counter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete here with Waller. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Mayfield.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as our teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
First throw of overtime for Mahomes.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
He's got his man, Thornton. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward this season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Now Mahomes. To Mixon on the check down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to air one out for Anderson.
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On 3rd down, Mixon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa.